Bom dia mundo, we are finally all at home together. Sasha and I have been trying to work out the best ways to feed this baby through the night so that she can get as much sleep as possible and Sasha can get as much sleep as possible and recover from the surgery. Today we're having to do a few things. One of them is we have to go to the Centro de Sword, which is the centre of health here in our town, and have a heel test done to check Story's metabolic functions. And also they're going to introduce us to the areas. There's kind of like a family nurse and a GP that all work. A community nurse, yeah, but they call her a family nurse that can visit the house and if you need any support. They were very clear in the hospital that if you are leaving without any support from your husband or from anybody, that there is somebody in every town that will help out. So I think that's a really good thing. And it really does make you feel reassured that even if you're a single mother, you have a good system here in place that looks after you. So far, we haven't had to pay anything. It seems to be all covered on the NHS, but we may receive a bill in the post. The information isn't 100% clear. My brother had surgery in France once and he had to cover 20% of the bill of the hospital fees and the emergency take away, like being airlifted off of a mountain because he had a snowboarding accident. So I don't know if we're going to be in a similar situation with this. It's something that we will work out as it happens. Now, Eden, you deserve a commendation for your good behaviour. You've been very good with Story, haven't you? To be honest, I do not care much. I'll give her a sniff once in a while. I'm a little bit curious, but that's about it. She can do what she wants. Yesterday's vlog ended in a bit of a power cut situation, but it turned out it wasn't a power cut at all. Apparently this house has 2 fuse boxes, and I forgot during our little orientation talk. So I went into the darkness downstairs and found the second fuse box, and we were good to go. We had all the heaters running, warming up the place. It's just got unnaturally cold in the last few days, and we needed to take the chill off the air. So it's a bit more toasty in here now. Feels a lot nicer. How does it feel to be back home?
Very nice.
Better.
I feel a bit more like a human again.
Yeah, wearing normal clothes. This breastfeeding is a complicated business, isn't it?
It's very stressful.
It's not as simple as we first thought.
Well, I knew it wasn't going to be simple, but there's a lot more to it than I imagined, and yeah, it's not easy. It takes a lot of perseverance.
Yeah. Can you say good morning world? Can you say bom dia mundo? Today we're going to take you to the Centro de Sword. Check your heel. Make sure you're all good in the hood. Yeah, how's that sound? And then afterwards, we'll take some pictures of you with Eden. That sounds like a good idea to me. Whee! So get this is another thing I didn't know. Babies don't poo for sometimes up to 72 hours. Whenever I've thought of the stereotypical new father situation, it's like, oh, baby's born, dirty nappies all over the place. But she's only been doing wheeze. Doctors and nurses say that's perfectly natural. And last night she did her first poo and it was like completely dark greeny black. Difficult to tell because we were in very dark lighting, but it filled up the whole nappy and we got rid of that. And then she did another one. So that was her first 2 poos last night. And I think it's opened the floodgates because now every time she feeds, she does a poo. So I think I'm going to change her right now. Come on then. I know you hate this. You're going to cry, aren't you? Here we go. Oh, no poos. That's good. Right, we're almost done. Just a little mitts to go on. You put your little mitts on. Protect your scratches. Eden, look. I just spent 10 minutes dressing her and she puked on it. Oh no. Have you come to tell her off? No, I like the smells. I've come to enjoy the smells. Nice. No. What are you dribbling?
Right, we're out the house and in the car. It took us about, how long? An
25
hour
minutes.
from when we first said.
Oh, from when we first said, yeah, an hour.
About an hour to get ready to go. But yes, we're off to the health centre to get this heel test done.
Alright, we're here and there's a random tractor parked outside and the Central de Sword over there. Baby's knocked out in the seat back there. Is she waking up? She likes the car, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to film inside because I need to concentrate on doing things right, so we'll see you when we get back to the car. What? Something just fell off the camera and hit me on the head. Alright, we're all done and we're heading back home now. We handed over our letter, which had some information in it from the doctors at the hospital, and they basically took us in to meet our family doctor, family nurse. Yeah, the family nurse. We haven't met the doctor yet, and she is going to be the person who gives us all the information that we might need about raising a child. And
she was very nice. She done Story's heel prick test, which is just where they prick the heel to take a few drops of blood to check the metabolic system, and that's all done. She was fine.
Story is chilling out in the back and I'm using this rear view mirror to check on her. Look at her. She's so sleepy. She loves the car. This is a good sign, Sash.
Yeah. I was sitting in the back with Story when we left the hospital yesterday and when we were on the way here, but the doors in the back to get in and out of are actually smaller than the front, so it's a bit more difficult for me to get out with my stitches still in, so I'm in the front to go home. But I'm going back to the same doctor's surgery in a couple of days, 2 days time, to have the stitches taken out, so hopefully after that I'll be able to move a bit freer and feel a bit nicer. Jay has just gone into the supermarket to pick up some bread for lunch and I'm waiting in the car with Story. I fed her while we were in the doctor's surgery, my first public breastfeed, I guess. It was fine, so that's done. I know what to expect now. She was very good, but it was after she just had her heel prick test, so she was a bit upset and stressed out anyway, so she took quite well. But happy that that is done, so she's sleeping soundly in the back now and isn't hungry.
Come on, you monster. Let's get you outside. Let's do some running around. Yeah. Yes, beautiful dog. Come on, Mum's not coming. She can't walk down the stairs again. This way. Good girl. More running. Whee! Gonna get the heating back on to take the chill off the air. To be honest, it's not actually that cold, but I thought I would just keep it prepared and ready to go whenever possible. These pellets are just the right size. I get them from the supermarket now because the ones from the other place, to get loads of them, I'd have to fill up the car with about 150 kilos of pellets to make it worth the journey every time. I have to admit, it gives off a lovely smell. It smells like being in an old wood shop. I think that's one of those smells that I would miss when we leave here one day. Just filming some final shots for our birth vlog that you've already seen, I'm sure. And if you haven't, go and have a look on these tiny moments. And halfway through, Story did a poo. I was getting some shots and she just went. So I'm assuming there's a big stinker in there. So I have to get that sorted. I'll stay out here, I think. I actually don't mind her cry. I thought her cry would annoy me.
don't mind their babies cry.
Yeah, maybe.
There.
This is the best. When you work out what it is that was making them cry, and then they just chill. Sasha is just having a Skype chat with her mum. This is actually the first time she's been on the computer since she's been home, which is rare because we're always on our computers doing work. But we need to find a routine that works for us both. You may have noticed that there was a gap in between the naturally going into labour video and then the birth vlog, and that was just because there was simply not enough time. We were in the hospital for so many days that by the time I got home I needed to get the house prepared for when Story was coming home, so there was no way that I could do it. I stayed up until 5 o'clock in the morning one day, 2 o'clock in the morning the next day, and I was just like, I need to get some sleep too, because when Sasha comes home I won't be able to function. So that's why there was a little gap there. We're still trying to find our feet with baby. Kind of feels like every second of the day has been taken up with an activity now, which I actually like, because there are times when I find it difficult to process what needs to happen at what time, and I often get too involved in one task rather than getting everything done. So I'm actually enjoying the structure. It has given me a very big purpose that was always there, I guess, but it's just solidified it and made everything feel more real. So yes, I like it. Story has just finished having her little bath. It wasn't really a full bath, it was kind of a partial bath, but first time I've used this top and tail thing, worked okay. Would be better if the middle section wasn't there though, really, to be honest. And now she's quietened right down. I've noticed that she likes to come alive at night. So I'm just going to have some story time. I'm going to sit down with her and just cuddle her a bit while we watch some TV. And then I've got some editing to do. Sasha's just watching Johnny's new cooking channel. Giving Story a little feed before bed. I don't think I'm going to get much sleep tonight because baby gets up every 2 hours. So I'm going to stay up and edit, get on top of things. Got to do some washing up as well. The sink is getting a bit dirty. So hit the thumbs up button if you enjoyed today. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel, also these tiny moments. Don't forget to watch our birth vlog so you can see the amazing birth of Story Ember El-haj, our new family member. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye.